Hey there viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review, and today's review is going to be on animated Voyager class Bulkhead. So, in animated, Bulkhead was one of the main characters, and get this, was voiced by the same guy who voices Patrick Star. I'm not joking. That is awesome. And when you think about it, this guy's pretty similar to Patrick. As in, he's pretty big, and he's a bit, well, not dumb, but he's sort of clumsy. So it makes sense that Patrick's voice actor would voice this character. But looking at the vehicle mode, this vehicle mode is nothing like Energon Bulkhead, who was a attack helicopter. This version of Bulkhead transforms into a dark green military style ATV. And this actually reminds me of Hound a little bit, mainly because of this white star on the side. I don't know why. But as you can see, this thing has 6 wheels. It's got a light bar. The back's got a little bit of paint here, a bit of black paint. Got a bit of rivet detailing here. The front, where we have I guess what will be the front grill or radiator. I don't know what you'd call it, but well, the front's like grill section, like what Prime has in the front of his alternate modes. I guess will be the vehicle windshields and these little headlights. Looking at the underneath, we don't have any robot junk, which is really good. I mean, I guess we do have some of the robot legs, but come on, that's forgivable. If there was an entire robot head showing, then I would be complaining, but, well, the robot head's actually here, because this guy does have a pretty unique transformation. Now, I'm not going to do a comparison with Energon Bulkhead, mainly because, aside from the name, well, this guy and the Energon character have nothing in common, aside from the fact that they're both green and characters named Bulkhead. Because keep in mind, the Energon character was supposed to be an homage to Springer. This guy is supposed to be an entirely unique character. Although, fun fact, this guy was called Ironhide in Japan. So I could do a comparison with all my Ironhide figures. Nah, don't worry, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna waste our time doing that. What I am gonna waste time doing, though, is showing you how he transforms. And, well, this guy has a pretty cool transformation. And there actually is a video on YouTube that shows how this guy transforms. Although it uses the Takara version of the figure, which uses a lot brighter green. And I think the green's also metallic. So the Takara version of the figure looks way nicer, but yeah, Hasbro screwed us over with this boring military green. Yeah, the Takara version looks way cooler. But, well, for the transformation, let's start with the back section and pull that back, and that reveals these bits. These are the robot hands or claws. Come in here with the light bar. Move that down and fold that. On my copy, this side is pretty loose. So what do? Simple. Bit of blue tack solved everything. Boom. That's not going to be flopping anymore. Okay, now let's get the arms facing forward, so it's just... I can do this a couple ways, but what I'm going to do is just... Untab them, and what they do is they spring forwards. And then they can just tab in, like so. With the front wheels, untab them, and they form these little miniature legs, which is pretty funny. Ugh. And with the actual wheels, spin them around so they form the underneath of the robot feet. That's not showing, but there you go. You can see what I mean. Next, take this entire section and lift that up. And this entire section is automorphed. Well, I'll move the arms down first to show you. If you move this entire section up, if I can, I'm going to try and show this as best I can. If you try and move this entire section up, if you can see that, that spins around the entire head section. And now we're nearly done. Just need to take the back section of the vehicle, split that, move it outwards like so, and then just rest down top. And here we have Bulkhead and robot mode. And yeah, for a Voyager class figure, he's actually pretty short. He's more Voyager class in the sense that he's pretty, well, I don't want to call him tubby in case he punches me out of anger, but he's pretty big boned. Let's just leave it at big boned. I'd call him the Eric Cartman of the Autobots, but this guy is definitely really kind, so he's definitely not got Cartman's personality. But having a look at the figure, the transformation is definitely unique. Because, well, we have the front two wheels forming the legs, the back forming this little, I guess, I don't know what you'd call it, this little cape section, I guess. And then most of the sides of the vehicle forming the arms. And the arms do have gimmicks that we'll get into later. But having a 360, yeah, not much to say. The only kibble is pretty much this on top, but that's intentional. And I guess the little light bars on the side, but that's can't really be mad at that. This is a simple figure. Looking at the head, that's definitely a cute head. Because, well, it's a cute head, but it's also reminiscent of Crumple Zone from Cybertron. If I had Cybertron Crumple Zone, then I would do a comparison, but I don't. Being a fan in the UK and Scotland can suck at times, because you have to get really lucky when looking for certain figures. Because, yeah, there's certain figures I just cannot find at all for a good price, just because of where I live. Luckily, this was one of the ones that I was able to find very easily. So, for this figure's articulation, the head can sort of rotate, but, well, when it does, it's in sort of a weird looking up motion, if you will. The arms, well, they can move up. There's no T-posing to speak of. If you can swing his arms around, he's got elbows. And there's a gimmick with this one, which I'll get into soon. There's no waist, because, come on, look at him. And here, got some legs here, got some swivels here. And he can actually surprisingly did a split pretty well. Which is very surprising, but very appreciated from me. So yeah, that's definitely... So the articulation isn't as good as some other figures that I reviewed, but it's not bad either. Now, gimmicks. We have some gimmicks in the arms. First of all, you see this little black switch, if my phone will stop glitching. See this little black switch thing on his arm here. If I push that, then, well, and I'm having trouble. It's supposed to raise his elbow up, pretty much. But his main gimmick is if I open this claw, and that's a bit of articulation I forgot to mention, he can open his hands. I don't know if there's a way to, like, shoot it out. Oh, yeah, just as I said it, I can shoot it out. So yeah, there's a little cannonball thing. Well, not a cannonball, a wrecking ball he can shoot out. I just love it. Oh, I wonder if there's this thing he can, that in his hand. I don't know if he can shoot out or not. Oh, that was hilarious. But yeah, you can shoot out this little cannonball thing, and I guess if you want to, if you open up his other hand, then you can pose him holding the little thing if you can. I'm not saying you can actually do it, I'm saying it might be possible. Yeah, if you just raise it. There we go. There we go. Now that's a good looking pose right there. Yeah, doesn't that look good? If anything, this is gonna be his pose for the thumbnail. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I mean, complaints about the figure. Well, the more really nitpicks. One, I wish the colors were brighter. If anything, I wish Hasbro just released a Takara version for colors and that's it. Because, if anything, this sort of reminds me of Hounds. Well, I mean, I know that's how he looked in the show, but the Takara version of the colors just looked way cooler, in my opinion. Another complaint is, I wish he had a bit better arm articulation. Like, if he could actually T-pose, like all good figures could do. But other than that, do I recommend Bulkhead? Well, if you don't have the leader class figure, then maybe go for the leader figure, I don't know, but if you like Bulkhead, then this is not a bad figure to get. This is one of my favorite Transformers animated figures, along with Leader Megatron, but they are my only animated figures right now, so I'm being biased, but if I did say, oh, you should definitely get this guy, I'm pretty sure someone would say, what about the Leader Bulkhead figure? I'm pretty sure that's a better Bulkhead figure, but I just got this figure because, well, I don't have enough space on my shelf. But, well, I might get the Leader Bulkhead figure in the future because, well, who knows? I could become a completionist in the future, you never know. Trying to get every figure I can. I know that's unlikely, but there's going to be a time when I run out of figures I want, so you never know. But yeah, if you don't have the Leader Bulkhead figure, then maybe go for that one instead, but if you still really want this figure, then go ahead. This is a really good figure, and it's one of my favorite Transformers figures, period. I just love this figure so much. It's so much fun. The alternate mode is cool, if I can even speak. And the wrecking ball gimmick is actually pretty cool, and you get him proposed like this. So yeah, this has been my review on animated Voyager Bulkhead. And this is Charlie Young, signing off.